postcard from Paris. For your materials today, if you are in school, all of these items will be provided for you, but if you're at home, just do the best that you can with what you have. You will need some type of index card, a black piece of paper that's bigger than the index card. You will find the Learn How to Draw Eiffel Tower in the video and on my Clever page. You'll need a pencil, a glue stick, the outfit paper, which will always also be on my Clever page as well, and the postcard paper, which will give you the paper to add the address and the postcard letter, and that will be on Clever as well. So you'll need to print those things out if you want to use them. The first step is you're going to take the postcard paper and glue it to the black paper. You will glue the Eiffel Tower to the other side later, but save this with your name on it. Just set it aside. Next, we're going to be putting our paper in the portrait position to begin drawing our Eiffel Tower. You need an ugly placemat, actually an uglier one. This is going to be used for the drawing rack. A paper towel, a How to Draw the Eiffel Tower paper, the clothing paper, a triangle, the white postcard, a thick Sharpie and a thin Sharpie, as well as a pencil. Please hit pause, and we're just going to need the Learn How to Draw paper, the postcard, and the pencil and the triangle for the first step. The clothing paper you're going to set aside. You're going to be coloring this with black, red, and skin-colored crayons. Okay? We're going to do this after you're done with the tower. So let's go ahead and begin with the tower. Using your triangle tracer in class, you're going to go ahead and just mark the very corners, the 3 corners on your triangle tracer. This will allow you to draw your Eiffel Tower the right size on your white index card. You're going to be doing everything in pencil first, and when you're done, you're going to be using a very ultra-fine Sharpie to trace over your lines. Please remember to put your name on the back in pencil. If you don't have the tracer at home, you really don't need it. It just helps guide my students to draw it the correct size. So just feel free to draw it on your paper. Now, we're going to be using little white trays to mix water and black paint to make a very light gray. And when we're finished with these white trays, please clean them up, and I'll help you with that in the sink. Boys and girls, you're going to paint the entire postcard with gray. This is going to be for the sky, a cloudy sky. You're then going to bunch up your paper towel, and you're going to tap it in certain areas to make it lighter. So this will give you light and dark areas on your paper. These are called values. Go ahead and do this and hit pause. Now when you're done with the sky, you're going to take a little bit darker black and you're going to paint basically a U shape at the bottom. And I took a red line over here on the picture for you to look at. The sides should be higher than the middle. So you're going to be painting this a little bit darker. These are going to be trees. It's not going to look like trees, but it's supposed to simulate trees. And when you're going to pat this dry before you bring it up to me to the front table, we're going to be putting on the roses over top of this dark area. So please make sure that you dry this before you come up to me. Okay? Hit pause and go ahead and paint it dark and then tap it dry. Everything's coming up roses. So when you're finished, you're going to bring up your paper to me to the front of the room, and I'm going to add red and white paint using a Q-tip dipped in paint to add the roses to the bottom corners. If you're at home, you can draw these with a marker. You can use oil pastels if you have them. Those work really well. And if you have red or white paint, go ahead and get a couple Q-tips. Dip the Q-tip into the paint, and you can add roses yourself at home. When you're done coloring your outfit paper, what you're going to do is you're going to cut out everything from that paper. Now this is where you get to be a little bit creative at home. you can go ahead and color your outfit and start gluing it together at the bottom of your artwork. Once you get to the face, you can either use the one that is on that paper if you colored it in, or you can actually take a picture of yourself and cut out your face and add it so there's a real picture of you. If we were in school, this is what we would be doing. Make sure you glue your whole body and even the beret, that's the hat, at the top. The last step is to add the heart to your hands. Now the last step, you're going to be taking a Sharpie and you're going to be writing the words "From Paris with love." And I don't care how you draw it or write it, but just make it look nice. And if you feel like it, you can actually add the French flag to the top of the Eiffel Tower. If you look at the flag, it is blue, white, and red in that order. Now, look at the picture. You can see a photograph of me. If we have time, we'll use photos this year, but we may have to use just the drawing on the paper because of COVID. So if you want to write Happy Valentine's Day somewhere, you can also do that, but you may want to save Happy Valentine's Day to the back of your postcard. So let's look at that next. Finish writing "From Paris with love," hit pause, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, so you're going to be gluing your artwork to the back of the black paper. One side's going to have the postcard and the other side is going to have the Eiffel Tower. Now, on the postcard paper, there's two sections. And the section that says letter goes here. That's where you're going to write a letter or a Happy Valentine's Day card to somebody that you can mail. Now, boys and girls, the other side is for the address of the person that you want to give this to. If you are going to mail it, you need to know how to correctly write an address. Boys and girls, I would not do that here in school. I would take it home and ask your family for the correct address. Addresses have to have a person's name, a number, a street, a city, a state, and of course a zip code. If you don't know any of that information and have to guess on any of it, please do not. It will not be mailed if the address is wrong. So, you can write your letter, but I don't want you to write the address on the postcard. Now, this is the side of the card where you can write Happy Valentine's Day somewhere. And if you do want to mail it, please make sure you add a stamp in that rectangle. It says, "Please place stamp here," and you can mail it. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Au revoir.